hands underneath it and very, very strong hands behind the ball as well.
Great save. I'll tell you what though, if Lowe had been able to put that away, you'd have been raving about that goal, because the close control to set that up, outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good chance, and I mean, you know, we spoke about Lowe before the game. He scored a lot of opportunities, and he looks like the kind of forward who's good at creating chances for himself. On
from there, Ollie McBurney came on as a substitute, and he got himself a chance.
Yeah, I mean, you know, from his point of view, I'm sure deep inside he's thinking, you know, if I can score coming back here, and yeah, I sometimes think to myself, you know, could he have? Is he in that space too early? I mean, that's a very difficult chance to try and put away if you haven't got sight of the goal. You know, could he have kept out of that space a little bit longer, and so, or even attacked it just where he's got a sight of the goal going straight onto him? But
as a former striker, a guy with 200 odd goals to your name, I mean, you I'm sure go along with what Slav has said after the opening game about the necessity to be more clinical, and it's something you've gone on about, you know, repeatedly, that's something that you want to see from these forwards, and we've got plenty of them. You want to see more direct finishing, more clinical finishing. Most
definitely. I mean, look, let's be fair. We've created chances today. The longer we don't score, the more pressure on the back players, and you know, that will reverberate, you know, backwards, you know, because if you're not scoring, the pressure, that it becomes unbearable on the back players. So at some point we have to score to alleviate that situation. But look, make no mistake, we're only 2 games in, you know, so we're trying to work out at the moment as well what the best combination, where to play certain players and so on.
Let's talk a little bit about David McGoldrick, because all United players will know that at times he can look absolutely $1 million, and here's his first opportunity today.
Yeah, I mean, what I like about David is he picks up some fantastic positions. You know, I mean, he's got himself into a position there where the ball's run across him, and all he has to do for me is shoot across the goal. You shoot across the goal, keeper makes a save, and then we should have somebody in that area just waiting for the opportunity to tap it in. So it's disappointing when he doesn't actually hit the target.
Another one, the ball came through. There was actually a flag up for offside, but they didn't know it. Yeah. And it was actually look, he's not offside, I don't think.
No.
And the goalkeeper pulls off a sensational save.
Yeah, it's a great save, but you know what as well? I mean, if you look at his run is unbelievable. I mean, with the first ball into the space to split it for the assist was magnificent. It's what we've been talking about. It draws people in, and then he's made a fantastic run. If he can just lift that over, you know, it's a wonderful goal. And the thing with David is that he does score some spectacular goals. I'd like to see some of these little tap-ins off, you know, off his knee or whatever. You know, he's such a technical player that, you know, you can get carried away with that sometimes.
You wanted to see Sander Berge have a more positive influence, a more proactive influence in the second half, and he did precisely that in setting this up for David McGoldrick again.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm a big fan of his, like I've said. It's a great cross, and, you know, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I know for a fact that David McGoldrick now will be sat in the changing rooms. He'll be upset about that chance. You know, any forward that'll haunt him.
Maybe the chance of the game, that one.
Definitely. I mean, that's got to be a goal. That'll be quite a frustrating one, and that's one that will be hard to stomach for not only for David but the rest of the team.
So 0-0 against a decent Swansea side, nice passing side.
Yeah.
But is that a point that you're going to look back on and say, yeah, that's not bad, or is that one that got away?
I think so. I think you know, looking at the game now and reflecting in summary, if I'm the manager in the changing rooms now, I'm thinking, you know, we had the clear-cut chances, and you know, it's how we come back from that now. You know, players are going to be getting, again, we're in a situation now where we're thinking, I should have scored, I should have got my shot on target. You know, we've had the better chances. I can't remember them having more than one chance in the whole of the game.
There's not been too many, have there? There was
No.
the save of Aaron Ramsdale.
Yeah.
There's not been too many more. They had a bit, one or two late scrambles, but to be honest, we had the more direct chances. And when we move ahead to the next match, which is going to be a tough one, the visit to the Hawthorns and West Brom, you know, that little bit of pressure about not getting the ball in the back of the net, it starts to gather, and they're up against a team who are one of the favourites to go back to the Premier League.
Yeah, they are, but again, it's funny how football works. You know, that might be the game where everything comes together. You know, it tends to happen like that sometimes, where, you know, it takes a jolt, you know, and playing against a team where, you know, perhaps the odds will be stacked against the forwards, having the kind of opportunities that they've had today, where they actually come through, and you know, we get a goal, we get two, maybe we get the 3 points.
So you're not panicking yet?
No, look.
2 matches in,
listen,
and they've come away having played some decent football.
Look, for me, in summary, it's like this. You know, we play good football. The team is still gelling. You know, last year was a 4. Last year was a 3 at the back. Now this is a 4. People are getting used to each other in these different positions. There's nothing to panic. You know, we're at the beginning of the season. I'd be more concerned if the performances weren't being consistent, and I think everybody's playing their way into consistency. You know, consistency is what gets you promoted in this division. That's what's going to get you 3 points every week. So, you know, as long as everybody is kind of on the same page, I think there was some real pluses on last week. I thought we played some better football, attacked down the sides really well, and created some good opportunities.
Brian, it's been a pleasure sitting by your side, watching the match once again. Look forward to the next time. And in the meantime, one to look forward to on Wednesday night, presented by Paul Walker. That is Sheffield United's visit to West Bromwich Albion. Live action from the Hawthorns at 8 o'clock. Our build-up programme begins for you on SUTV. We're on air at 7 o'clock when special guests will be Kevin Gage, who of course will be part of our commentary team, and also alongside him Chris Morgan. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage here from Bramall Lane tonight. It's wound up honours even, and it finishes Sheffield United 0, Swansea City 0. From Bramall Lane, from me, John Rawling, good night.